Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pope Center on the campus of Piedmont International University. We would like to remind everyone that good sportsmanship is expected on the court and in the stands. Please stand and remove your hats for the invocation and the national anthem. Let's pray. God, we thank you for another day. We thank you for the love that you shed on us. We thank you for the sacrifice you made on the cross. Lord, I pray that you would just keep these players safe, pray for good sportsmanship, and Lord, we thank you for everything you've done for us in your name. Amen.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pope Center on the campus of Piedmont International University for tonight's game between the visiting Warren Wilson College Owls and your PIU Bruins. My name's Cam Kilby alongside of Ethan Meadows. Ethan, this is always a good one.
It is. We give a shout out to those fans of Warren Wilson College, and we're just grateful to have them in the Pope Activity Center here again tonight. We've had many showdowns with them over the years, and this has become a staple on the schedule, really. And so really quick, we're going to go through the starting lineup for Warren Wilson. Number 2, Stephen Horton Jr. Number 4, Devin Davis. Number 15, Kendrick Nesbitt. Number 22, Garth Bailey. And number 32, Thomas Hay.
And for your Bruins, number 3, Nash Carter, junior from New Haven, Connecticut. Number 10, Justin Valentine, the senior on the roster. Number 15, Jordan Long. Number 32, Marcus Ingram. And rounding out the starting lineup will be number 2, Sean Anthony.
We're looking for a good matchup here tonight, so thank you for tuning into our broadcast this evening. We're ready for some basketball. Cam, what do you think the keys to the game for Piedmont's going to be tonight?
We need to make sure that we're rebounding the basketball. Warren Wilson's a really good rebounding team, but also we got to make sure we're getting out on the three-point line because these guys can certainly shoot the basketball.
Yes, that's something that Warren Wilson is always known for, is a good perimeter shooting team, and so Piedmont's going to have to really extend their defense to limit their open shots.
Wilson opens up with the opening possession. Thomas Hay, nice pass. He's going to find a wide open shooter in the corner.
That was number 4, Devin Davis with the three-pointer. And right off the start of the game, we have a three-point shot for Warren Wilson. So Piedmont's going to have to recover quickly on defense to eliminate that.
Yeah, that doesn't deviate from what they like to do. Justin Valentine's three-pointer, no good. And there's a nice rebound pulled out by Stephen Horton Jr.
Good steal by Jordan Long, aggressive on defense, and I don't think number 32 Thomas Hay saw him coming. Jordan Long, nice take to the basket, going coast to coast.
That was a great cross there that froze the defense for just a second and allowed Jordan to cut to the basket. And we got a chance to speak with Jordan's father earlier, and he is here from Tennessee, and it's just that's a really nice play there in front of his dad.
Good deflection by Justin Valentine. Piedmont defense is playing very aggressive here on this possession, giving up another wide open three-point shot. That one misses long. Another rebound for Jordan Long.
Tempo really a really good pace here, and as Piedmont kind of slows it down, running something in the half court with Sean Anthony out top.
Yeah, both teams can get out in transition. It looks like they have plenty of depth on both rosters. So a fast tempo game could fit probably both playing styles.
And shot no good there from Marcus Ingram. I think he might have lost his footing there towards the end. Nice steal by Justin Valentine. And that could look like Thomas Hay didn't really see much of going for the ball there, but again, that's, we're not wearing the stripes, but
yeah, that could have gone a little bit more.
I think Wilson might have got a little lucky on that call. It looked like Thomas Hay might have wrapped him up, which could have been called intentional, but
good shot by Justin there.
Yeah, Thomas Hay he's a good rebounder, a good defender. I thought he was set up to block that shot.
Yeah, being at the beginning of the game, and tempers aren't flaring whatsoever at this point in the game. So, maybe if that was at the end of the half or the end of the game, and the game was a little chippy up until that point, they might have called a more aggressive foul call, like a flagrant one or something there, an intentional foul. Another turnover there for Warren Wilson, picked up by Sean Anthony. Jordan Long, blocked, partially tipped there. Wasn't expecting that recovery on the weak side defense.
Yeah, you'd like to see him finish there. That's a tough finish. And that's a travel right there, and that's going to go on Kendrick Nesbitt.
Checking into the game for Piedmont is Olajuwon Fenton, replacing Marcus Ingram. Fenton brings a level of athleticism that is really hard to find. I mean, he is very quick and has an incredible leaping ability. So Coach Howard's going to look to utilize his athleticism with Warren Wilson going with a smaller lineup at this point.
Yeah, he rebounds well.
Apparently, we have an issue with. He must not be allowed to wear that long sleeve shirt, but so they're going to make another substitution temporary. Amon Matthews is going to come into the game. Fenton over there adjusting his wardrobe there.
Yeah, he must not have got that clear with the official beforehand.
Yeah, I don't think there's an issue wearing long sleeves, but I think you just have to, each officiating crew is going to have a different view on that. Nash Carter for three. Misses it just long. Amon Matthews tries to keep it alive, but rebounded nicely by Warren Wilson.
Yeah, you'd like to see him get going, because when he gets going, it's something else.
Quick jumper there.
Yeah, Garth Bailey looked to get a three-pointer there. No good. And we're going to go this way.
Garth Bailey is a senior from Wilkesboro, and he's been a familiar face on their roster for a couple years now, obviously being a senior.
Yeah.
Warren Wilson transitions to a 3-2 defense. Just giving a different look to this Piedmont offense.
Oh, Sean Anthony's pass a little too high there for Elijah Juan Fenton. That was a good look. I mean, it was there. A little too high to handle, though.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to overthrow a player as athletic as Fenton, but he was able to do it on that play. So Anthony will look to recover off of that turnover.
Warren Wilson with the ball. Down 1. About 16 minutes left here in the first half of play. They're going to get that one on the floor as Bailey.
They're going to call it on Nash Carter.
Yep, Bailey drove to the basket. It's a nice take, and Nash, unfortunately, with a foul. It's on the floor. I don't think the teams realize it at this point.
Yeah, Nash Carter, with the help defense that he provides, a lot of the times he's going to get a deflection or a steal on a play like that, but you know, we like to call him the magician, but sometimes the magician's going to get caught.
Piedmont looking for a good defensive possession here. Open Hayes for 3. Got him.
Pretty high, I would imagine that just about everybody on Warren Wilson's roster can shoot a three-pointer. Nash Carter, hard to the lane.
Yeah, that was a good take by Nash Carter. Good defense by Elijah Juan Fenton. And really good awareness right there by Thomas Hay. Falling out of bounds, he had the ball in his hands, and he's going to make a nice play to keep possession down here for Warren Wilson as Sullivan inbounds for the Owls.
Yeah, that was a great play. Just an athletic play to keep your composure and keep track of the ball and throw it off the defender as you're falling out of bounds. Good play. That's going to be an illegal screen on Hay. On Thomas Hay. The other offensive player was dribbling a lot and cut back one way before Hay was able to get set. And so, you know, like we talked about last game, when it comes to a screen and roll situation, the person with the ball is just as important as the one setting the screen, because you can't set up the man when he's not ready yet.
Yeah. Into the game for Warren Wilson, still at 44, Sean Gribble, and we'll see how this works as he is a 6'10 senior from Reno.
Jump ball situation there. Possession's going to stay with Piedmont.
Jordan Long with the basketball. Antoine Robinson with it.
Warren Wilson still in a 3-2 defense. Really extending as well and making Antoine Robinson a nice spin move. Gets it over to Justin Valentine. Pulls up for a jump shot just inside the line.
It's going to go off of Elijah Juan Fenton and over to Warren Wilson as Stephen Horton Jr. checks back into the game.
Into the game for the Bruins is David Barron, number 11, replacing Justin Valentine. Justin started out really hot last home game, connecting on 3 3-pointers in the first half. Here tonight, he just hasn't been able to find his stroke.
You like to see David Barron get that going a little bit, too. Gribble inside, and he's 6'10", not a lot that we can do with that. He's a big man. Got to keep him from getting in that paint. Glenn, looks like he almost lost the handle. Barron to Fenton. Fenton fouled, and they count the basket.
They count that basket, very good. It could have gone either way, I think.
I feel like, yeah, you know, he had, but you know what? Like I said earlier, we're not the guys in the stripes, but we'll take it.
We'll take that continuation all day, just not on the other end.
Yeah, no, just on the other end's a bad call.
Just kidding. Good rebound by Tamir Glenn. Passes it back to David Barron, and they're going to wisely set up for another offensive possession here.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, we'd like to see us convert here, break this 8-8 tie. Nice
good
defense.
Anticipation and steal.
Yeah, Jordan Gant came through. I mean, he just took that away. I mean, that's great, like you said, anticipation from him.
with another strong drive to the basket, finishes with the left hand. If you're that athletic and you're able to finish with both hands, that's only going to make you a more dangerous basketball player.
There's Gant for three.
Timeout on the floor. Warren Wilson connects on the three-pointer and immediately calls timeout.
This is a good one so far, up and down. Warren Wilson came into this one 5 and 15, but I mean their record, I promise you, does not tell you how good this team is. Warren Wilson has always been well coached. They've always been fundamental, and they've always been able to shoot the basketball. I mean, back when we were playing, Warren Wilson had guys like Rashad Ali. He could rebound. Obviously, Ty Johnson over there on the sideline right now, and his brother Dylan. They were always good basketball players. They're always a good team, and Wilson's always. It's just they got new jerseys this year too. That's the other thing I noticed. Those are nice.
Back to the game action here. Fenton bringing the ball up for Piedmont. Passes over to Spear Glenn. Almost another turnover. That is going to be a turnover.
Yeah, that's tough. And Warren Wilson really is doing a great job of anticipating where the ball is going to go. They're able to jump these passing lanes, knock the ball, and that was a great play to get it off on Piedmont. Stephen Norton Jr. with the basketball. Nice pass. And Kendrick Nesbitt, a great job staying with it. He did not finish the first time around off of the shot from the block, but he was able to get his own rebound, stay with it, and he's going to be rewarded with 2 shots at the foul line.
Good. Back to the offensive side of the court here for Piedmont. Warren Wilson is doing a great job extending their pressure and forcing turnovers outside of the three-point line. And I think as an offensive team, you have to look to pass over top of that defense and catch them out of position. And that's going to start with moving the ball well. And here's Warren Wilson extending the pressure even more.
Yeah, they got that full court man. They're going to have a little trap there in the corner. A nice find. David Barron couldn't do much with it, though. That's good recovery by the Owls. And they had a wide open Daquan Lee. But you'll take that wide open three-pointer.
Antoine Robinson connects on 3. That's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, Stephen Norton Jr. is arguing the call there.
Jameer Glenn with good defensive pressure. Piedmont spacing is pretty good right now, but they're still only passing around the perimeter. They've got to find a way to get inside that defense.
Barron's three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Gant. And he's going to get the ball to number 5, Sullivan. Gant wanted another shot at three-pointer.
Had it been a better pass, he would have been set up for a wide-open three-pointer. A shot in rhythm that, like we know Warren Wilson and how they can shoot, he probably would have been able to connect on it. Good pass.
Yeah, Gant was able to drive the lane, and then he forced Daquan Lee to have to commit, and he found the wide-open man under the basket. Stephen Norton Jr. with a steal, and that trap, Piedmont has got to stay in the middle of the floor. You're giving yourself, he's going right near the half-court line, the intersection of the half-court line and the sideline, and that's 2 defenders right there, and then you have 2 more coming at you. That's going to be a turnover. The way that Warren Wilson right now is anticipating the passes and jumping in the passing lane, Piedmont has got to stay in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, though, what David Barrett did correctly was he didn't pick up his dribble. He kept dribbling as the double team was collapsing, but what he should have done is faked one way because you had basically 3 players guarding 2, so that means somebody's got to be open on another part of the floor. So pump fake to where that other defender is running, so he continues to run there, and then throw back across the other side of the floor to an open teammate, and then you're going to have a 3-on-2 advantage the other way. And so Piedmont's got to look to attack and go towards the basket and quit messing around going horizontal right here at half court.
Yep.
19-13 is our score with 11 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the first half. Warren Wilson has played very aggressive, extending the pressure, and Piedmont's playing. They're not necessarily playing bad, but they've got a couple turnovers that have led to easy fast break points.
Yeah, you'd like to see him handle this pressure a little bit better. You know that trap is coming. And that was a great job breaking that pressure. And they're gonna get Gant on the foul there as David Barron goes up. Looked like Gant maybe it got him on the arm. Gant contested the call, but either way, David Barron to the foul line for 2.
And see, another adjustment that Piedmont's going to need to make is you have David Barron, the shortest player on the team, running the baseline on that particular play. That needs to be your power forward or your center, someone that's not going to get the shot blocked when they go up for a layup, because based on my vantage point, that could have easily been a call that wasn't made.
Yeah, you're right. Good aggressiveness by David to try to get that shot off, though, but hits both of them. That's going to bring Piedmont to within 4. Morton Jr. for 3, no good. Tip attempt, no good by Gant. Rebounded by Daquan Lee.
Antoine Robinson backs it up, throws it over to Josh Daniels, back to Lee, back to Daniels.
Piedmont trying to get into some offense. You'd like to see him not be stagnant here and get a good, efficient possession. Lee with a makeshift no-look pass to Barron. Josh Daniels, there we go. That was a great board. He got it tipped, and he got it, and he was able to finish strong. Brings Piedmont to within 2.
Yeah, that was a good hustle play by, I think it was Antoine Robinson that tipped that rebound. Josh Daniels was able to come up with it.
One more, Gant for 3. Ooh, rims out, that's tough. That's going to be over the back call.
Very good. See, that's interesting too. I mean, neither player was boxing out on that play, yet you still had it over the back. What I hate to see is when a player is boxing out and somebody goes over their back and it's not called.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously as a Bruin, you appreciate that over the back call, but you just hope that it's called both ways. Piedmont's found a little bit of a rhythm here going against this 3-2 defense. I wouldn't say they've mastered it by any stretch of the imagination, but they're working their way and they've gotten a couple back-to-back buckets. They're running this. Another turnover there. Daquan Lee trying to split that double team and ends up turning it over. Good rebound by Fenton.
That was good shot defense down there on that layup. They kind of forced the miss there. Fenton, good athleticism. And that's going to call a block on Darth Bailey.
Yeah, I believe Fenton was already going up into his shot when Bailey slid in underneath, and so he didn't have time to get set. If you're not set before the offensive player goes up, that should be a block every time. So Fenton with an aggressive drive to the basket, rewarded with 2 free throws, but he's got to make these. He's going to have to earn it. And I believe he's missed both free throws that he's had tonight.
Yep. No good there either. Rebound is going to go to Sean Gribble. Davis with the ball out front for Warren Wilson. Gribble looking to set the screen on Robinson. And he does.
Piedmont has also transitioned to a 3-2 defense, and this has given some teams some fits. And the fits continue.
Yeah, they tried to get that to Gribble. Nice finish.
Good look away and a pass to the left by Robinson.
Yep.
Set up Fenton for a nice, partially contested layup, but he was able to finish through the contact. And this game is now tied.
Yeah, that's a definition of teamwork right there. And you like to see those guys work together. Marcus Ingram trying to defend the big Sean Gribble down there, and they're going to get Daquan Lee on the foul there.
Good thing they called that foul because that was about to be cash money on the 3. Jordan Long back into the game, replacing Olajuwon Fenton. Fenton has definitely provided a spark for this Bruin team with a couple tough baskets. Back to a man defense. They're going to get Antoine Robinson with a push. There was a player cutting across the court, and they tell you to hedge and to get in the path of the player cutting across the court sometimes, but he just outright pushed him.
Yeah, maybe a little too aggressive that time from Antoine. Bailey to Gant. Back to Bailey. Back to Gant. Gant with a drive. Out to Bailey for three. No good off the left side. Rebounded by Sean Gribble. Taken by Josh Daniels. And that looks like that's going to be a charge. Got to be in control, Josh. You came down the floor out of control. That's a take nothing away right there from Warren Wilson.
Yeah, Bailey was in a trail technique as far as defense is going, so he's backpedaling, and Josh Daniels is going full steam ahead down the floor, and Bailey just put on the brakes, and Josh just ran over him, and that's going to be an offensive foul every time.
Yeah, smart play there by Garth Bailey.
Yeah, the basketball IQ of these Warren Wilson players is rather impressive.
Yeah, it's always been high. I mean, they've always had great basketball IQ, and that's going to be a foul on the three-point shot, and you don't want to see that if you're a Bruin.
No, you want to run out and contest, but contest without fouling.
Yeah, and that's the last thing you want to do is foul on a three-pointer, and that is tough, as Devin Davis is going to go to the free throw line.
Sean Anthony and Nash Carter check back in for the Bruins, replacing Marcus Ingram and Josh Daniels.
You just don't see this very much. 4-point play.
4-point play opportunity, I should say.
Yeah, he misses the free throw off the right side, rebounded by the Bruins. Nash Carter, nice save. Able to finish through the contact, through the, I mean, that was a strong take right there by Nash Carter.
Nash got an extended rest there. He came out at about the 14-minute mark back in. And another steal.
And Nash looks like he landed wrong off of that layup attempt. And you don't want to see that. So with that being said, we will take a quick break. Thank you for listening to another broadcast of the PIU Sports Network.
Resuming game action here. I think we're going to have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Howard. So Nash Carter was able to get up and jog to the bench, but man, that was a scary fall right there.
Yeah, and you know, you like to see him be able to come off the floor on his own power, maybe just walk it off a little bit, and that's good. Certainly don't want to lose that guy.
No, he's an incredible basketball player, and from the few times I've gotten to talk with him, an even better guy. So back to the game action here.
Gant with the basketball in the right corner. He's going to pass it to Bailey. Nice turnaround by Bailey, no good. And a nice follow tip by Jaquan Lockhart. Jordan Long with the basketball. Sean Anthony. And he's going to set something up. Looks like we got Daquan Lee with a screen. And Sean Anthony slips and back up with the basketball. Glenn for three, no good. Tip, that was good by Jordan Long.
Good tip by Jordan Long. Sean Anthony able to collect and go up for a layup. And here we've seen a few times now another three-pointer by Warren Wilson. We've seen players slip a little bit here, and I hope this isn't going to be reminiscent of the other night.
Yeah, Sullivan there, though, was, I mean, man, that's a quick trigger shot there for Sullivan. Didn't even think twice about it, launched it, and that thing didn't touch any part of the rim. That was a great shot.
Piedmont still working its way around the perimeter. Sean Anthony able to go up through the contact, and no whistle there. Tie ball game.
Yeah, this has been a good one. Gantz three, no good. Nice pass. Daquan Lee finishes on the other end.
Great pass by Tamir Glenn.
Warren Wilson with the basketball. Looks like we'll see Nash Carter about to come back into the game. Good steal by Antoine Robinson. Can he beat him to the bucket?
That's got to be.
Well, it looked like Garth Bailey actually was going for the basketball on that one.
You're right.
I mean, it could have looked like a grab from behind, but when you have one hand on the basketball, I mean, it looks like Garth Bailey certainly was going for the ball on that one. Warren Wilson about to make some wholesale changes as they're about to bring in Stephen Horton Jr., Sean Gribble, and Kendrick Nesbitt back into the game. Robinson's first free throw gets a friendly roll there, and it's going to put this game to 30-27. Also into the game for Warren Wilson is
number 12, Lucas. We're just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, Lucas into the game.
Lucas has a pretty impressive last name, and so out of respect for him, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Good deflection by Antoine Robinson. Played that very well.
Jordan Long with a nice offensive rebound there, and that's going to get Piedmont an extra possession. Possessions are so key in games like this, close games. Good tip pass out to Robinson. That was beautiful basketball right there.
Very nice. And Robinson is picking up the fire right here, and he's getting vocal right now, and he's speaking by his play. And I haven't seen him shoot that well, gosh, in the last few games, so good for him to be able to connect on a few three-pointers. So still Nash Carter looking to check back in the game after taking a pretty serious fall, so we'll see if he's able to regain his form once he returns.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers out to Anthony Behringer. Wasn't able to make the trip with Warren Wilson this evening. So thoughts and prayers his way as well. The head coach of the Owls, Warren Wilson out of Swannanoa, North Carolina, playing in the USCAA, and who can forget about 4 years ago maybe, when they won the national championship in that division. And Warren Wilson always been a top-notch program. You know, they always have good kids, good character. Really just a great basketball team. So Ty Johnson filling in tonight, and Matt Cantor, we had the privilege of playing against him. He got to play with Pat Albright and Rashad Ali and Alex Brzezowski and those guys. Just always a good time when you get to play with Warren Wilson. Looks like we're about to resume play here. 4:44 left in the first half. Piedmont with that 6-point advantage. A lot of it lately thanks to the play of Antoine Robinson.
Warren Wilson with the ball, bring it up the floor. Forced to call a timeout after a quick barrage of points by the Bruins.
Oh, and there go Lucas. Lucas for three. He is from Kaunas, Lithuania.
He shot it from about Lithuania. Looked good doing it.
Oh, that's right. Tamir Glenn did not get the roll. Rebounded by Sean Gribble.
Cross-court pass, feeding it down low. Steal by Nash Carter.
And it looks like they're going to get Stephen Horton Jr., and that's going to send Sean Anthony to the line for a 1-and-1. We'll see if he can convert.
Yeah, that's a play where Sean Anthony had already, got up to full speed, and Horton came at him instead of retreating. Had he been retreating and got ran over, it would have been an offensive foul. But because it kind of looked like he initiated the contact there, although it looked like he got the short end of the stick on that play.
This front end of the 1-and-1, dribble with a rebound.
Justin Valentine in there battling with a 6'10". Probably not going to get that most of the time, although Justin Valentine's very athletic.
Dribble wanting the basketball. Solid defense by the Bruins to knock it away as Davis tried to fit it in there.
Good shot by Jordan Long. They left him uncovered, and he pulled up right there at the free throw line. Knocked down that jumper.
Yep, Jordan Long, freshman from Chattanooga, knocking that one down.
Nash Carter with another steal.
Yeah, they keep trying to get it in there to Gribble. Gribble not really posting very well. It doesn't seem to get anybody sealed, and then the Wilson guard's trying to fit it in there when it's not there sometimes. But take nothing away from Piedmont's defense, getting in there and knocking that one away.
Nash Carter leading the break on that play. Looked pretty good. He comes up just a little ginger, favoring that knee a little bit. We have a stoppage in play for some reason.
Stoppage in play for signaling of 2 free throws.
Yeah, one ref.
Well, another stopping in play. No, we're good.
Yeah, the ref was unsure if that was a shooting foul or a foul on the floor. Had it been a foul on the floor, it would have been just a 1-and-1 and not a 2-shot foul. So
the official explaining things looks like to Ty Johnson on the sideline from Wilson.
Tamir Glenn able to connect on the first, lines up the second one, and connects as well.
Wilson up the floor. Devin Davis guarded by Tamir Glenn. They're going to get Justin Valentine. I think he might have got it clean there, but maybe they saw something we didn't.
Well, I don't think they called the foul on Justin. I think they called the foul
on Tamir, maybe?
Whoever was guarding Devin Davis.
Yeah, Tamir Glenn was guarding Devin Davis. It looked like Tamir might have been able to catch him with the body, but man, you hate to take that away from Justin Valentine because he was going the other way for an easy layup on that one.
Yeah, they called a blocking foul on, it looks like, if Tamir was the player that was guarding, then they called it on him. So it wasn't on the steal, it was on the body contact, like you said.
Yeah, that's tough.
Potential 4-point change there.
Devin Davis converts on both of them. 5-point advantage here for the Bruins, 37-32. Jordan Long gets the ball in the short corner, backs it out to the 3-point line, swings it to Justin Valentine. Bruins swinging it around the horn. Good movement by Nash Carter. Couldn't finish. Good finish though by number 15, Jordan Long.
Jordan Long in the weak side rebounding position. Nobody boxed him out. Able to go up. Nice for that finish.
They're just struggling getting the ball inside right now to Sean Gribble. Nice steal there by Nash Carter and an easy layup.
And those are the plays that we were talking about before. Normally Nash Carter, if he goes for the steal, I would have to say 8 times out of 10 he's going to get it.
Traveling call there on Stephen Horton Jr. And Piedmont's going to sub in Elijah Juan Fenton and Antoine Robinson, and subbing out for the Bruins, number 3, Nash Carter, and number 10, Dustin Valentine.
Actually, I think...
Oh, Justin's still in the game.
Yeah, he's still in the game. He was just over there.
Sean Anthony subbed out for the Bruins. Tamir Glenn, nice take. You'd like to see him finish that. Didn't look like he had really anything stopping him from laying that one in.
No, you want... Go ahead.
I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, maybe just the foul alone and the whistle, I mean, it could have thrown him off.
But yeah, and you wonder if he was maybe anticipating a little bit more contact. We have seen twice already that if Bruin players have a wide open layup, they get wrapped up. And so he could have been anticipating that. This is the first free throw.
Bruin's really not shooting the free throw well tonight, missing quite a few, and you'd like to see him hit those. You don't want to leave points at the charity stripe. With that being said, the highest on the team right now shooting free throws with a minimum 50-shot attempt is Nash Carter, shooting 84% from the line.
That's pretty good.
Good defense by Jordan Long to contest that layup as Antoine Robinson the other way, and a nice shot. Could not finish though as Wilson comes down with the rebound.
Man, there was enough spin on that ball. he just put way too much spin on that one.
Yeah, and it looks like Piedmont foul there, and that's going to be on Tamir Glenn. And that's going to send Devin Davis back to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Nothing but net on that one.
Yeah, Devin Davis' first shot is good. That's going to bring the Piedmont advantage to a 9-point lead with 1.5 left in this one, in the first half. Second free throw pressure.
Yeah.
Last time we had pressure, didn't handle it the best. That's a nice way to break the press, though. Tamir Glenn picks up his dribble. And Coach Howard gets a timeout. Matt Cantor on the Wilson sideline wanted a travel. I don't know that he switched his pivot foot, but it looks like the Wilson sideline as a whole wanted to travel.
Well, I would say from the top down on the leadership, if the coach wants to travel, then the players want to travel. So they're following their leader for sure.
I would say so. 42-34, the score here from Winston-Salem. Bruins holding on to that 8-point lead.
You know, as I sit here, Cam, and just observe that banner up there in the top corner all by itself over there, regional champions men's basketball division 2 2015. I can't believe it's already been 2 years.
Yeah, and that was a great finish to that one as well. Nate got that nice dunk to finish that one. Exciting times.
If you're interested, you can certainly go back onto the PIU YouTube page to watch a replay of that one.
Nash Carter splits the double team off of Tamir Glenn. No good on the layup attempt. A nice rebound by Elijah Fenton. He's going to be fouled. And that's going to be 2 shots for Elijah Fenton. And they're going to get Almanor on the foul on that one.
Couple opportunities there for an M1 finish. Just not able to get it to go down. There's another missed free throw. I'd say that's got to be 8 or 10 this half.
Yeah, Elijah actually shooting about 70% from the free throw line this year. So we'd like to see him knock this one down. There we go.
1 minute remaining here in the first half.
Devin Davis with the basketball, a nice find. Good contest. And Warren Wilson's going to get the offensive rebound. Looks like Devin Davis on the follow. Way to pass out of that double team from Tamir Glenn. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. They're going to get Devin Davis on the foul there.
And that's what Nash Carter can do for this team. He alone can get the opposing team in foul trouble, just with his ability to get to the basket. And I'm surprised he doesn't get more
attention from the defense.
More attention to the defense, but more trips to the free throw line, honestly, because, I mean, he's just so good at finishing and avoiding contact. And he just has a rare ability to do that. So.
Yeah, he can just get to the line. He protects the basketball on the way to the rim, too. A lot of guys will go and they'll get it knocked away. And he just protects the basketball so well. That 84% at the free throw line, certainly you can tell. But you'd think that the defense would, but again, this Piedmont team has a lot of weapons that can go off on any time. Gant for three, no good off the back iron. Tapped around. Eventually, it's Glenn gets the ball. Elijah Juan Fenton dunks it.
Fenton makes it look so effortless. 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Nash Carter with the on-ball defense, making it really difficult to get anywhere. Good defense there by the Bruins.
Yeah, Gant didn't even get a shot off. Warren Wilson had the basketball, and we had a little scuffle there towards the end of the half, but man, the defense right there from Piedmont was nice. Gant couldn't even get a shot off, so that's a way to end the half, and that's a way to build momentum, take that in the second half. At the break, Piedmont 47, Warren Wilson 36. Thank you for listening to this broadcast of the PIU Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half of action momentarily. everybody. Welcome back to the Pope Center for the second half of action. A quick run through our first half stats brought to you by Walker Painting. For the visiting Warren Wilson Owls, leading all scorers, number 4, Devin Davis with 12 points, 3 for 3 from field goal, 2 for 2 from the three-point line, and he is 2 for 4 from the foul line. Also for Warren Wilson, Kendrick Nesbitt with 4, Thomas Hay with 3. He had a three-pointer early in the game. Marcus Sullivan with 3. Jordan Gant with 5. Sean Gribble with 2. Lucas with a three-pointer from the corner. But Warren Wilson, all in all, 6 for 11 from the three-point line, and that's pretty good. 12 for 26 total. Shooting for the first half, a total field goal percentage of 46%, but a blistering 54 from the three-point line. Piedmont leading scorer, Nash Carter, 10 points. Elijah Juan Fenton with 9. Antoine Robinson with 7. And Jordan Long with 6. Piedmont shooting at 56% for the first half. 22% from the three-point line. And Ethan, you'd like to see him pick up at the foul line as well.
Yeah, their free throw percentage can definitely improve. You'd like to see their three-point percentage improve as well, so I don't think that necessarily has as much to do with their shot selection as they just got to knock them down. They had some wide open attempts, and other than Antoine Robinson, they just weren't able to really connect on it.
Yeah. Davis, Nesbitt, Hay, Gant, and Bailey on the floor for Warren Wilson. Carter, Valentine, Long, Fenton, and Anthony on the floor for the Bruins to start the second half.
Good on-ball defense by Nash Carter. Leads to an air ball from three-point line.
Yeah, that was a good take by Thomas Hay. Garth Bailey. Good finish by Thomas Hay. Bailey draws the defense, finds Thomas Hay wide open under the basket, and a good finish from Thomas Hay. Waynesville, North Carolina native. Loose ball. Garth Bailey picks it up. Ahead to Devin Davis. Devin Davis finds Gant. Gant with a shot fake, back out to Davis.
Good pickup in transition by the Piedmont Bruins there. Able to stop the ball, and that's the first thing you got to do in transition is you just need to stop the ball. And that forces a turnover there.
Yeah, it looked like Thomas Hay tried to behind the back there to Garth Bailey. Nobody there as Thomas Hay throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, you're not going to see too many turnovers like that from Thomas Hay. Good split of the double team by Nash Carter.
Yeah, we're going to have a foul call and on Warren Wilson, and that's going to go on Garth Bailey. And that's going to be Garth Bailey's third foul of the contest, and a 5-second call forced by Warren Wilson, and Lucas into the game for the Owls. And for Garth Bailey, who does have that third foul, so looks like Ty Johnson and Matt Cantor just being a little bit cautious here.
Warren Wilson just working the ball around the perimeter. They really like to get into that screen and roll action.
And we're going to have a foul call on Piedmont. That looks like it's going to go on Sean Anthony as Kendrick Nesbitt's going to go to the line for 2. First half of action was good. We had 6 ties, 7 lead changes. Warren Wilson's biggest lead was 6 at the 11:37 mark of the first half. Piedmont eventually led by 11 to end the half.
Warren Wilson has already cut into his lead here to start the second half. It's now an 8-point game. of the second half up until this point has been played on the Warren Wilson side of the floor. Jordan Long brings it across, gets it over to Sean Anthony. Good pass to Olajuwon Fenton. Fenton wants to hand one call, but he was able to finish through the contact.
He pinpointed that pass, didn't he?
He did.
That was a nice turnaround jump shot off the glass there by Kendrick Nesbitt. Olajuwon Fenton catches the ball about half court, picks up his dribble, about what you want to do. Warren Wilson wanted to travel. Valentine's three, no good, off the right side of the iron. Stolen by Nash Carter, back to the middle of the floor. Man, that guy has some talent.
He does. Lucas had no idea that Nash Carter was behind him, and Nash just ripped it and went the other way and was able to get through 3 defenders for the lay-in. There by Hay.
Yeah, Thomas Hay took that one off the top of the backboard, but I mean, that's a great play by that guy. And you like to see that senior leadership there by Thomas Hay, getting his guys in there after the foul call and telling them what the deal is for the defensive possession here. I mean, that's good leadership. Sean Anthony wide open in the corner, no good off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound to the Bruins. Fenton with a runner, no good, gets his own rebound. Back out to Jordan Long, and Piedmont's going to set it up.
Good play there by Fenton to keep that alive for the Bruins. And Valentine just has not been able to find a stroke here tonight.
Yeah, Justin was 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 0 for 3 from the field in the first half of play. Did have 2 free throws though. Lead is 7 right now, and looked like Devin Davis lost the ball right into the hands of Justin Valentine. Valentine's going to get it out to Sean Anthony. They're going to set up the offense. Nash Carter, the magician, just dribbles around, ends up between the double team, and he gets a nice jump shot. We have a foul call on the Bruins, and that is going to go on Justin Valentine, and Devin Davis to the line for 2. Both teams about to make substitutions as Antoine Robinson, Marcus Ingram, Daquan Lee into the game for the Bruins, Stephen Horton Jr. into the game, as well as Marcus Sullivan, and it looks like maybe Almanor is about to check into the game for Devin Davis, which he does.
The score table didn't make it known that there was somebody ready to sub in for that shooter, so he's into the game now though, and Nash Carter brings the ball up for Piedmont, and Warren Wilson has switched to that 3-2 defense that there for a little bit gave Piedmont some trouble.
Looked like they tried to go for maybe an alley-oop play there, but it hit the bottom of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ball back over to Warren Wilson, looking to chip into the 7-point lead.
Yeah, Nash Carter with that pass, like by the time he let go of it, it was like already hitting the bottom of the backboard. So
on to Carter in the corner, back to Long. Long over to Antoine Robinson. Warren Wilson with those active hands on defense. Good find. That's going to be a charge and a great play by Thomas Hay as he was able to get his body in there and remain stationary as Daquan Lee came down the lane and hit him. I mean, a nice find by Daquan Lee, but he should have done a jump stop or stopped just a second earlier.
Yeah, you want to, you try to practice that too when you're in the lane. To avoid that contact, you got to jump stop so you come to a stop, and any contact that's initiated is initiated by the defensive player.
Yeah, speaking of defensive player, good defense there. Daquan Lee back the other way. We're going to have what looks like an illegal contact by Marcus Ingram.
Yeah, they're going to call Marcus for an illegal screen there. And again, I think that goes down to just the offensive player not allowing or not giving enough time for his teammate to get set.
Stephen Horton Jr. with the basketball. Jordan Long knocks it away. Robinson to Carter. Carter and one.
Nice play there by Nash Carter, able to finish even through the push in the back.
Yeah, that was a great play. I mean, man, that concentration to be able to finish that, I mean, you like to see him going to the rim because he's a great finisher. And, I mean, just the concentration there to finish that play, I mean, a great effort overall by Nash Carter. Some substitutions here from both teams as Jaquan Lockhart into the game for Warren Wilson. And it looks like Kamir Glenn and Josh Daniels into the game now for the Bruins.
Nash Carter connects on the free throw. That extends it to a 10-point lead.
And a timeout here from Warren Wilson as they find themselves back down 10 with 14:23 remaining in this game. So, Warren Wilson cooled off a little bit from the three-point line thus far this half. Piedmont's defense has extended a little bit. It looks like they're settling in on the defensive end, and they're finishing plays on the offensive end. And right now, it looks like Antoine Robinson getting stretched out on the sideline for the Bruins. Could have a little bit of a cramping problem with that left leg there. So we'll keep an eye on that, as looks like he's...
If you were to just look over there in the corner and see how he's sitting over there leaning up against the wall, you'd think he just got hit by like a truck or something.
Yeah, he doesn't look good, that's for sure. Wilson with the basketball, Stephen Horton Jr. calling out the play. Kyle Johnson directing from the sideline. Devin Davis with the basketball.
Piedmont has played much better team defense here tonight.
Steve Horton Jr. no good at the shot clock buzzer, but offensive rebound there from Warren Wilson as Almanar got the rebound and went back up with it. And that's going to be two shots as Marcus Ingram commits the personal.
Yeah, that's just a lack of boxing out on the deep three-point jump shot. The shot clock running down. As a defensive player, you may not be anticipating such a quick release on the shot, but you have to know, or at least be aware, communicating with your team how much time is left on the shot clock so you can anticipate a quick shot like that.
Yeah. David Barron back into the game for the Bruins as number 15, Kendrick Nesbitt, back into the game for the Owls.
Inbound to Josh Daniels, he brings it up, not very much resistance. Over to Samir Glenn, back to Josh Daniels.
Looks like it could have been a foul call there with the body, but no call as the ball gets to Davis. Davis head to Horton Jr., who lays it in and one. And that's a 56-50 as we have a toddler on the loose on the floor. Stephen Horton Jr. at the free throw line for the Owls. And he finishes the M1 play, three-point play the old-fashioned way as Kamir Glenn up the floor, splits a double team. Nice play, couldn't finish. And we're back up to a frantic pace. on Warren Wilson as Tamir Glenn tries to come across. And it looks like that one's going to go on Stephen Horton Jr. Actually, no, that one's going to go on Lockhart. Davis almost judged that just right. Barron for three. No good. Nice rebound by Marcus Ingram. Putback's good.
Yeah, that's a good effort play there by Marcus Ingram. Just being on that weak side offensive rebounding position. That ball wasn't tipped, and that's a turnover by Warren Wilson.
Yeah, Lockhart looking for what looked like Devin Davis. A little miscommunication there. He's going to throw that one out of bounds as Garth Bailey comes back into the game for the Owls.
Antoine Robinson back in the game. It's good to see him back in after being
hit by that truck and all.
Stretched out over there on the sideline.
Josh Daniels, nice spin.
Better defense, yeah. Better defense by Lockhart there.
Yeah, Lockhart had a nice block on the other end after a great spin by Daniels. But like you said, better defense by Jaquan Lockhart. Sullivan inbounding the basketball for Warren Wilson. 58-53. Stephen Horton Jr. with the ball up front.
Piedmont transitions to a 3-2 defense. Let's see if they can get active with their hands and force some turnovers, get some easy buckets.
Got to make sure you're watching guys like Bailey in the corner. They get to, and there's that pass to Bailey, and that's a good recovery there by Ingram. Lockhart no good on the hook.
Yeah, better pass to Bailey in the corner, and he's set up for a wide open three-point shot. Good hustle by both teams there, diving to the floor. Both teams are applauded for their effort and their hustle. And in that jump ball situation, the ball is going to go back to Piedmont.
Yeah, the arrow favors the Bruins here with 11:44 left in the game, up 5. Foul situation. Piedmont with 6 fouls, Warren Wilson with 4. We'll keep an eye on that as we start to head down to the end of this one. Boys and Warren Wilson bench with a D-up chant, urging the Owls to try to get a stop here. Nice find. Ingram got the roll.
Got the roll. Hit the backboard twice.
Marcus Ingram having a nice half. Garth Bailey for 3. Knocked it down. That's a good shot by Garth Bailey.
And unlike last time with a bad pass, he was able to catch that and shoot right in rhythm.
And there's another nice take by Marcus Ingram. And he's having his way down there right now.
Yeah, Marcus is definitely providing a spark. Just playing that baseline, moving from side to side. And as a teammate penetrates the lane, he's there for an easy drop-off layup.
This Warren Wilson, the size they have on the floor right now, I mean, Lockhart 6'5", but that's a good shot by Stephen Horton Jr. to bring the game back within 3.
That's something Piedmont's going to want to do. Yes, they can get out at a fast-paced game and play in transition, but when you're in the half court, you don't want to rush through it.
Oh, nice take by Daniels. Couldn't quite get to go down, rolls out, and that's going to be a blocking call there on Josh Daniels. And that's going to be a 1-and-1 situation for Devin Davis.
Yeah, just over 10 minutes left here in the second half, and Warren Wilson's already going to be shooting free throws. So Piedmont's going to need to just really limit their. They need to still keep playing aggressive defense, but they just can't let those foul calls pile up.
Yeah, you certainly got to keep those fouls in check as Devin Davis misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Good rebound by Daquan Lee. Up ahead is Amir Glenn. Nice defense there by Garth Bailey to poke the ball loose. They're going to try to get the ball to Ingram. No good. Picked off by Devin Davis, who's going to take the other end for an easy layup.
We have a 1-point game.
Daniels with the basketball out front. He's going to be guarded by Sullivan. And they're going to get what looks like Lockhart on the foul call there for the block.
Yeah, that's the same kind of principle there that Lockhart was trying to do. When a guy drops baseline going to the basket, you force him to the baseline. And out here at midcourt, he tried to force him to midcourt for a backcourt violation, but you can't, cut off the offensive player's path there, and he got called for the foul.
Carter, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Lockhart.
And Nash Carter and Jordan Long back into the game. Sean Anthony back into the game for the Bruins.
Bailey drives, kicks to Gant. Gant is going to swing around. Devin Davis, no good. Rebound by Nash Carter. Antoine Robinson, nice play. Good pass there by Nash Carter. Found Antoine Robinson, and that's a good finish because Garth Bailey was closing out fast.
Yeah, that was just barely past his outstretched hand. That was a good pass by Nash Carter. There's another three-pointer by number 5, Marcus Sullivan. Warren Wilson's immediately going to call a timeout, and they've tied this ball game.
Yeah, 30-second timeout there by Ty Johnson. And this one's gotten good all of a sudden. They've erased an 11-point deficit here after the first half. And Warren Wilson has started to play really good, especially in this last 5 minutes. They have really put the nose to the grindstone, played good defense, got really efficient offensive possessions, and it hasn't hurt that they've started to light it up from three.
Yeah, I think their efficiency is going to boil down to the fact that they're shooting the three-point percentage very well here in the second half, much like they did to start the game, and only a few of them really have been uncontested jump shots. For the most part, the Bruins have been able to contest without fouling, but some of them have been wide open, and Warren Wilson, like we talked about to start the game, one of the keys to the game is just going to have to be their closeout defense and not allowing them to have rhythm jump shots, because they'll live from three.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you they're not going to die from three. They're going to start making some jump shots.
Yeah, especially if you leave them open. I mean, Warren Wilson, like I said, is a great three-point shooting team. And they've been that 5-15 record, man. They've had some tough competition. NCAA D1, 2, and 3 teams, plus USCAA. I mean, this isn't a walk in the park as far as their strength of schedule is concerned. So, Piedmont with the basketball. Sean Anthony tied at 64. Coming down the home stretch of this one, Thomas Hay about to check back in, as well as Stephen Horton Jr. as they sit by the scorer's table. Piedmont running that weave offense. Sean Anthony, nice take, airballs the layup.
Yeah, I think he was anticipating some contact there. The only reason why he really short on that.
Lockhart, nice take, baby hook. Wilson has the lead. 66-64, Owls on top. Just under 8 left to play. Sean Anthony with the basketball. Jordan Long with the ball, nice drive. No foul. Might have got away with one there as Gant comes away with it on the other end. Pass to Devin Davis, pass fake, back to Gant for 3. No good, left on. Back the other way is Nash Carter to the rim. Got it.
Nash Carter is just unstoppable when he's in the open floor.
Yeah.
One defender's not going to be able to prevent him from getting to the basket. It's going to have to be team defense. But even then, I haven't seen team defense really slow him down. good in anticipation by Sean Anthony. Gets it over to Nash Carter. Nash Carter finishes again.
Yeah, and he is a good finisher. When he gets over to that side of down there, I mean, when he gets by the basket, when he attacks the rim, he's going to finish 9 times out of 10. He is a magician down there.
He really knows how to fill up the scoring column. Olajuwon Fenton checks it back into the game for Daquan Lee.
Thomas Hay into the game for Jaquan Lockhart, and it looks like Stephen Horton Jr. is going to come in for Garth Bailey. Bailey gets a friendly roll there. 1-point game. Bailey, no good. Misses off the left side of the iron. Rebounded by Fenton. He's going to kick it to Robinson. Robinson's going to set up the offense. Good defense here by Gant. Here comes Sean Anthony to set the screen around the screen. And that's going to be a charge as Antoine Robinson kind of out of control there. And this Warren Wilson team very fundamental.
Stephen Horton back into the game for Warren Wilson, replacing Garth Bailey. A three-point shooter for a three-point shooter. Something that people need to keep. They need to keep him on their radar. He's hit a couple big three-pointers here tonight.
Devin Davis. Drives guarded. That was a great block by Jordan Long.
Great defensive play there by Jordan Long.
Devin Davis drives, and that was a good play. 6-foot guard from Athens, Alabama. And that was a good defensive play there to stop the fast break by Thomas Hay. He's able to get his hand in there and knock the ball away from Nash Carter, and that slowed down the Piedmont break, forced him to run something in the half court here. That's going to be an over the back call there as Olajuwon Fenton went over the back of the Wilson player, and that's going to go the other way.
Yeah, Fenton just flies in from out of nowhere, and they're going to call over the back on that just about every time.
Yeah, he's going to jump over the back there of Devin Davis, and that's going to put Warren Wilson in the double bonus. That's going to be a 2-shot penalty as Devin Davis tries to tie this game and maybe give Warren Wilson a 1-point advantage. First one is true for Devin Davis.
Bailey back into the game for Warren Wilson. 1-point lead. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left to go here in this game. And I believe this game's going to come right down to the wire.
Warren Wilson to that 3-2. Garth Bailey on the right side. Gant covering Nash Carter. Long in the corner. That's going to be a block, and it'll be a 16 foul for the Owls. So this one's going to be taken out underneath the basket.
And something the Bruins are going to have to keep in mind is that could have very easily been another charge call. And based on our last game, they better take care of that slick spot over there.
Yeah, looking like an ice skating rink last game over here at the Pope Center. Inbounds by Nash. Carter's going to find Robinson. Carter with the basketball. Nice save. Couldn't finish it. Garth Bailey comes down with it.
He doesn't miss too many of those.
No, Steve Horton Jr. with the basketball out front. Warren Wilson looking to extend this 1-point lead. Bailey's three-pointer, good. 4-point lead now for the Owls, 72-68. Coming down the home stretch, just under 5 minutes left.
Yeah, that was a good-looking shot by Garth Bailey.
Nice take there by Elijah Juan Fenton as he hits the roll.
Yeah, Piedmont desperately needed a bucket in that situation.
That's going to be a carry, yep.
Antoine Robinson with his quick hands gets in there and affects that dribble, causing the carry and the turnover.
Checking back in for the Owls, number 4, Devin Davis, and number 11, Jaquan Lockhart.
The lineup that Piedmont has right now, they have a good mixture of shooters and athleticism.
That's good defense right there from the Owls, and the shot is blocked out of bounds.
Warren Wilson is a little bit of an undersized team. They don't have that much size.
Yeah, they have a couple of guys that are 6'5", and then obviously they have Sean Gribble, who's 6'10". Piedmont trailing by 2. Jordan Long couldn't finish. And I think they're going to get a foul call there on Piedmont. Looks like they're going to get maybe Jordan Long on the foul. And that's going to send Thomas Hay, who got the rebound, to the free throw line for 2 shots.
You can definitely see on the last few drives that the fact that Warren Wilson has been able to take so many charges this game has really affected Piedmont's ability to finish at the rim, and they're thinking about it too much. You know, they have to try to avoid that contact so they don't get another charge called. But at the same time, they have to be able to pay attention enough to actually convert on the layup or the close shot right there around the rim.
Yeah, and then, you know, we'd like to see him use maybe a jump stop or a pro hop or something to get around that contact. We don't always have to try to go through it. We'd like to see him maybe use a shot fake, something of that nature once they've got on their feet. But, I mean, we don't have to try to recklessly get to the rim every time, as Thomas Hay misses that one off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Elijah Juan Fenton, and Piedmont's got another opportunity to maybe cut into this lead. And that's going to be a foul call on Thomas Hay, as Sean Anthony's going to go to the line.
See, Sean Anthony that time was able to get to his spot before the defender got over there, so he was able to go up strong, and Hay undercut him a little bit trying to get there for the charge, so Sean Anthony rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Now, Piedmont really needs him to make both of these.
A little bit of moisture down there under the basket as Thomas Hay and Kendrick Nesbitt try to get that up, so appreciate that, guys.
Well done, gentlemen.
Sean Anthony's first free throw up and good. 73-71. Trying to make this a one-point game if he makes this one, as Marcus checks back into the game for Antoine Robinson. And you like to see Marcus get the ball again, because there was a string of 3 straight possessions where he scored in a row. And Warren Wilson had a tough time stopping that as he was running on that baseline.
Warren Wilson counters with a little bit of size of their own.
Gribble cuts to the basket, and that's an easy lay-in for him. The 6'10" from Reno, Nevada.
Yeah, he's just really got to get it up and over the rim. More likely, more times than not, he's going to get that to go in. Good play by Sean Anthony, looking like a DB back there.
I was about to say, he must have played some safety or corner. Jordan Long in the corner, guarded by, looks like we're going to have a foul call on
Kendrick Nesbitt.
Yep.
I guess Marcus was trying to cut to the baseline and Nesbitt hit him with the elbow.
So Marcus Ingram to the line for 2, for 1. But he gets his own rebound, puts it back in off the glass.
Hey, that's the way to do it right there.
Marcus padding his stats, gets a rebound and a putback. Devin Davis with the basketball here. 74-75 lead for the Owls on the road. We're going the other way.
Yeah, the dribble handoff, you can't go through the defender. That's the same thing as an illegal screen.
Yep, and they're going to get Marcus Sullivan there. Actually, looks like the foul call is on Kendrick Nesbitt, so he's going to go to the bench as Stephen Horton Jr. checks back in. And Piedmont's going to have the basketball down 1, 2:33 left. And that is Kendrick Nesbitt's 4th foul.
Yeah, I think foul trouble is going to come to be an issue here at the end of the game with both teams creeping up around 10 team fouls.
Looked like maybe an extension of that arm there for Sean Gribble. But nonetheless, Owls with the basketball, up 1, approaching the 2-minute mark of this one. Bailey had a nice cut, well defended by the Bruins. Gribble with a nice screen. Devin Davis with a great finish.
Yeah, that was a good finish through contact. And Marcus contested, I think, very well without fouling, and that was just a good offensive shot.
And they're going to have a foul call there on Elijah Fenton, and we're going to have a low 2-shot foul down here. That's the 2nd foul there on Elijah. So Wilson to the free throw line, up 3 with 1:38 left.
David Barron checking in for Marcus Ingram, and this game has come down to really the same thing that happened in our last game, with just an inability to hit outside shots that would extend the defense and open up the lane for dribble penetration.
So Sean Gribble at the free throw line, knocks it down. Gribble misses that one. Nice rebound by Jordan Long. Sean Anthony to Glenn. Man. Back to Barron. Jordan Long's jump shot over 6'10", Sean Gribble. And that was a huge shot. They needed that one.
Yeah, that was a big shot.
Bruins down 2. 1 minute and 8 seconds left here in this one.
There was a little bit of a... I was wondering why the Piedmont bench was going crazy, and I looked down, and you got David Barron at how tall is David Barron? Like 5'11", 5'10", and that's on a good day probably.
Yeah, David Barron is 5'9".
5'9", so I look down and he's guarding 6'10", Sean Gribble. I would say that's a little bit of a miss.
Yeah, over a foot of a size advantage
I'm
there.
saying, Gribble wants nothing to do with David Barron. No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking about an advantage the other way. A 6'10" guarded by a 5'9", and I guess Warren Wilson didn't see it, or they could have easily taken advantage of that. So, like I said, I was wondering why Coach Howard came flying up off the bench on that particular series, and rightfully so. I know why now.
Owls with the basketball. Sean Gribble approaching top of the key.
Under a minute remaining here in the game.
Garth Bailey with the basketball. He's a good shooter. Nice spin. Shot off the backboard. Nice rebound there by Gribble, and they're going to give Gordon Long for a push. And that's going to put Gribble back on the free throw line.
We'll see if Gribble's got some ice water in his veins to be able to knock down some clutch free throws here. He gets to relax on the first, knowing that he's got another one coming, but and he misses.
Yeah, Gribble 1 out of 3 from the free throw line this evening. Sean Gribble to make it a 3-point game. No good. Rims out. Rebounded by Elijah Juan Fenton. Kicked ahead to Nash Carter. And we're coming down to the wire. Devin Davis was guarding Nash Carter out there. Nash Carter on the drive. He's going to get him for a travel.
Yeah, I think because Nash Carter did the jump stop. I think because he went with the jump stop. Because there was another player coming flying out of nowhere going for that block, and he would have just probably been better off going up strong and getting hit with the contact.
Yeah, Javon Lockhart back in the game. Thomas Hay with the basketball, and they're going to let him get it to Garth Bailey. So Garth Bailey's going to go to the free throw line with an attempt to put this at a 2-possession game. Man, that was a tough call down there on the other end as, you know, maybe, like you said, he didn't get the jump stop, he drugged that foot, and so that's going to be a traveling violation. Garth Bailey's free throw is good.
Garth Bailey just has a nice stroke from the three-point line and the free throw line.
Yeah, he can really shoot the rock. They're going to get Thomas Hay on a foul call, so that's going to put Nash Carter on the free throw line to be able to score without wasting any time, so that's a break there for the Bruins. And that is going to be 5 fouls on Thomas Hay as he exits the game, and he has had a nice game this evening. Thomas Hay rebounds well, and he's a great defender. So, a nice game this evening from Thomas Hay. And the Bruins trying to cut this back down to a 2-point game.
Nice shot there by Nash.
Nash Carter's second free throw on the way. And this is a big one. And he got it. 80-78 with 18 and a half ticks left on this one.
Piedmont's going to look to get a steal without fouling, and
going to go on Jordan Long. I think that's his second foul of the basketball game. And that's going to send Jaquan Lockhart to the foul line for 2 shots.
Shot there by Lockhart. And Lockhart has really played an impressive game here in the second half. He's really been a spark for Warren Wilson. Offensive rebounds, putbacks, 2 clutch free throws there.
Yeah, Warren Wilson's ability to knock down free throws here in clutch time really is a huge testament to what they work on in practice. As the inbounds, Devin Davis, he's going to get a chance to go to the foul line for 2.
And Nash Carter was able to score that very quickly, so with a 2-point game, these are some clutch free throws coming down for Devin Davis.
And really, he'll have another chance to do, if he gets that again after this, if Devin Davis makes both of these, he could really do that one more time. Devin Davis misses the front end of the 2 free throws, so
I know Warren Wilson only has 1 player in the rebounding position other than the shooter.
But he gets that one.
You just hate to see an offensive rebound in that situation. So Coach Howard's going to call a timeout, a full timeout, try to set up a play with 9.8 seconds left and Piedmont down by 3. Cam, in this situation, nobody's shooting the outside shot particularly well for Piedmont. So who do you think Coach Howard's going to draw up to take this shot?
I'd say it's Nash Carter still. I mean, Nash has that clutch factor. I mean, you know, Nash Carter has the ability to knock that shot down. And, I mean, in a lot of late game situations, he's the guy. So I would say, you know, he probably gets, and again, really, to be honest, if you get an open look at a layup, I would take it. Because, I mean, within the 2 or 3 seconds, you know, you get it in, you have somebody wide open under the basket, or you get it in, you have a wide open lane to the rim, you know, you're going to get the ball in there with about 7 seconds left with, you know, I think that you could take that shot. I mean, especially if they're giving it to you wide open.
Yeah, the only thing with that is if you take that chance and dribble penetration and you miss that layup or you turn the ball over, that's game. So, but I think you're right. I think if there is a...
But see, we're taking the ball out from over here, so that's going to be something where Piedmont's got to... That's going to kill a lot of this time, so you got to make sure, A, that you get the ball without letting it go out of bounds. And Piedmont's going to get another timeout, which was... that's a good use of the timeout. I mean, you're able to get something set up on this end without having to worry about... So here you can actually get something off, and you want to make sure you shoot it with enough time to get an offensive rebound.
Yeah, and I think something that a logistical error there in the game, you know, if you are planning on doing that, advancing the ball to half court and then calling another timeout, why would you not tell the ref that that's what you're going to do? So because I think, you know, not that much time went off, but if a ref's not looking for you to call that timeout, then that could be another second, half a second, you know, and that's valuable time at this point in the game. So, you know, for anybody out there that's coaching or watching, keep that in mind. If you're planning on calling another timeout or doing something of that nature, to just go ahead and tell the ref before.
And really, I would have done that before the first timeout, because there was nobody really. But again, you know, Coach Howard's getting paid the big bucks, the coach, so he probably had a reason for doing that, but he's making a keen observation there. Sean Anthony inbounds, David Barron with the basketball. Nash Carter got a shot, no good. And Wilson gets the rebound, and the clock's going to run out on this one. And Warren Wilson's going to escape the Polk Center with a win.
Well, that's the game here from the Pope Activity Center. Thank you again for tuning into our broadcast. It's an 83-80 victory for Warren Wilson. And it's been one of the closest games for us over the past few years. And so thank you again for tuning in. I'm Ethan Meadows. Cam, what do you have for us?
Thank you guys for listening to another broadcast of the PIU Sports Network. Have a great evening.